What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Touchdowns to Home Runs. My name is Bernie. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday afternoon for our post-game show. I hope that your Sunday is going very well so far. I know that mine is. We are within 2 minutes of getting a final score from this week's game between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. And the time that I'm filming this, the Bills are up by a score of 44-34. And I mean, what a game by the Buffalo Bills, and what a way to bring yourself to 7-2. And on the flip side, the Seattle Seahawks, after the season and the offense that they've been able to put together so far in the early part of the year, they will now improve or fall to 6-2. The Buffalo Bills started this game off very, very hot. They won the first quarter 14-0. They were up at the half by a score of 24-10. And in that first half, man, Josh Allen was absolutely amazing. Seattle really struggled to contain, especially Stefon Diggs inside. John Brown had a fantastic first half as well. Gabriel Davis had a great first half as well. The Buffalo offense was rolling. They did absolutely everything that they wanted in the first half. The second half looked like it was going to be a bit different. There was the fumble by Seattle, led to a Buffalo field goal at the beginning of the second half. But Seattle made a lot of adjustments, defensively and offensively. The offense looked to run a lot smoother, and defensively they made that adjustment to send more pressure to Josh Allen. And yeah, they got a few really timely stops in that third quarter, and ultimately it looked like Seattle was going to be able to get back into the game. Not the case. In terms of Buffalo, man, all game they just did an absolutely fantastic job of being able to make adjustments. Not only did they come out very, very strong, which was extremely impressive in my opinion, but what I really find impressive about the Buffalo Bills is that second half, especially the fourth quarter. When the third quarter didn't go their way, it looked like Seattle was starting to come into that game, and Josh Allen stepped up. The offense was able to make the adjustments on that pressure, and Buffalo ends up taking this game. Let's take a look at the box score. We're going to start with the Seattle Seahawks first. Russell Wilson passed 28 for 41, 390 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Seattle had 4 turnovers throughout the game. Russell Wilson, I mean, they still put up 34 points, but Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense has been one of the best, I think the best actually, in the NFL so far this season, and we've come to expect so much from Russell Wilson. Obviously, the 4 turnovers hurt. It still wasn't an awful game for Russell Wilson, though. DJ Dallas, 7 carries, 31 yards. They only ran 57 yards total. In terms of receiving, DK Metcalf led the way. He had 7 receptions for 108 yards. David Moore also had a very good game. He had 4 receptions, 71 yards. Hollister, 5 receptions, 60 yards. Tyler Lockett was also in there with 4 receptions and 40 yards. Again, I think that this is a team who made a lot of adjustments in the second half. They looked really, really good in the third and fourth quarter. Actually, second, third, and fourth quarter, they looked pretty solid. And I mean, DK Metcalf is definitely turning into a tremendous receiver. There were some plays where he just bullied the Buffalo defense, and DK Metcalf is definitely their number one target along with Tyler Lockett. Yeah, so I think Seattle played all right offensively. We'll get to both defenses in a second. Josh Allen now 31 for 38 passing, 415 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, he almost passed for 300 yards in the first half. He was absolutely sensational. No interceptions as well. Zach Moss was the leading rusher, 8 carries, 17 yards. Him and Allen had a touchdown on the ground. Stefon Diggs led the way in terms of receiving, 9 receptions, 118 yards. John Brown was in there too, 8 receptions, 99 yards. Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley, Devin Singletary, and Zach Moss also had at least 2 catches. I think Stefon Diggs really posed the first early threat. The Seahawks defense, especially their secondary, got exposed, especially by Diggs. They had nobody who could match up with his speed, especially over the middle part of the field. And he got some big catches in the first half. But what he also did, because Seattle had to pay so much attention to Diggs, it opened up the way for Beasley. In that first half, he had a couple early catches. Gabriel Davis was also good, and John Brown as well, especially in that first half. Overall, the Buffalo defense was pretty solid. Again, the 4 takeaways. They sacked Russell Wilson 5 times. The Buffalo defense was good. We didn't know what they were going to do coming into this week. They had the sort of shaky performances against the Patriots and the Jets, and then the 2 losses before that. So The Bills definitely came to play. They looked really solid today, and I think if you're a Bills fan, you definitely got to be happy that you're trending in the right direction. The AFC is very, very tough this year, with the Steelers, Ravens, Chiefs, teams like the Titans as well. But the Bills are definitely putting themselves right up there in the mix, and if Josh Allen can keep on playing like this, sort of that MVP caliber that we saw at the start of the season, not that we've seen in the past few weeks, this is a very, very solid Buffalo Bills team. As for the Seattle Seahawks, they've played so well so far. We knew coming into this game that their secondary is one of, if not the worst secondaries in the league. This is one of the best offenses, if not the best offenses in the league. And if they can just figure out that secondary to just hold the teams to under 30 points. Russell Wilson keeps you in every single game. And even when they allowed 44 points today, Russell Wilson, again, was able to keep the Seahawks in the game with 34 points. The secondary just needs to get better. They looked a bit lost. I thought some of the coverage calls today were just not good at all. But I think Seattle is a smart enough team that they will be able to figure that out. Just quickly, let's head on to the head-to-head team stats. The Buffalo Bills, 27 total first downs to the Seattle Seahawks, 22. Both teams were not very good on third down. The Bills were better at 5 for 12. Seahawks only 3 for 12. Seahawks went for 3 different fourth downs. They missed the one early but got 2, and especially a crucial one. I think it was in the second quarter on the 1-yard line. Just going down here. Some of the penalties bit the Buffalo Bills. If there was anything that I'd say we got to change next week, it would definitely be the penalties. I know that they had some people in different spots, which is one of those. Again, 5 sacks on Russell Wilson, 7 on Josh Allen, so neither lines were terrific, but the Buffalo Bills were better overall. Let's take a look over to next week. The Buffalo Bills will face off against Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. That's going to be a really good one. The Cardinals have a record of 5-2, which is before their game tonight against the Miami Dolphins. They're also second in the NFC West. I think if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, the game tonight is definitely one to look out for. The Miami Dolphins looked a lot better last week with Tua. The Arizona Cardinals have looked really good under Kyler Murray. This is a really, really good-looking offense, in my opinion. And if you want to see not only a good game, but sort of what you're going to be going up against next week, that's definitely one that I suggest watching this afternoon. As for the Seattle Seahawks, the Seahawks will go and face Jared Goff and the LA Rams. The Rams currently hold a 5-3 record, but are on a bye this week. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. If you did make it to this point in the video, thank you. Let me know your thoughts and comments on the game down in the comment section below. If you liked today's video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to Touchdowns to Home Runs. We do previews for college football and the NFL on weekdays, and we do post-game shows for college football and the NFL on the weekends. Also, our website is almost done, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. Me and Noah also just started our podcast, which if you type Touchdowns to Home Runs, can be found on Podbean, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Those are some great episodes. We filmed 2 so far. And if you like this type of content, that's definitely something to check out. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.